and do something. Okay? So I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to shoot smoke in the air or anything around here. If you call as an anonymous person, that's fine. We will get to the call. But if you give your name and your information and really good descriptions, I promise you, we're going to get there a little quicker because now we got somebody that we get to talk to after we go handle the problem. Okay? We don't have to come and talk to you. We can talk to you on the phone. You can call our supervisors and say, I just, let those officers know, here's all my information. No problem. But the anonymous calls, they become like white noise on a TV screen after a while. You just get used to it because it's anonymous. Well, do they really care that much about their neighborhood? Okay? Doesn't mean you can't do it. But you got to understand you're dealing with people, and officers are just people. So we prioritize things too. Yes, ma'am.
What is your contact information, or is it on the
Yes,
website?
it is on the website. I am out of cards. The city's on a budget crunch, and for some reason but I will give you my cell phone number. You ready? It's 817-851-9624. I'll say it one more time. 817-851-9624. If you see something suspicious, and it's not like what you just said, you see something suspicious, boom, it's gone before you can get out there, or your doorbell rings, you don't want to call 911, feel free to call me. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to come right out, because like I said, I got 4 kids, right? But if you're wanting police action right then, you need to call 911. More, please, let me know what's going on. Because I can do follow-up on my end. What did that patrol officer do? How many responded? Was there an offense? Did they make an arrest? Okay? But if I don't know about the call, okay? Yeah. Sure. No problem. 2 more questions. Yes, sir.
So if somebody rings your doorbell afternoon or nighttime and you don't know who it is or you can't see them, is it better to yell through the door so they know somebody's home?
Absolutely. Yell through the door and go ahead and call 911. Seriously. Yes, sir.
With regard to the citizens on patrol, where it might help participation, if there's something arrangement that you might look into to financially supporting the driver.
Okay, I completely lost the last thing.
The citizens on patrol, I was wondering if it would help participation, if we might be looking at some way of offsetting the cost of the gasoline.
Well, they do that. The federal grant does refund a certain percentage of the mileage driven. They also have them on bicycles and on foot.
Quick question. Citizens on Patrol needs additional volunteers.
Yes.
And I'll be here for a while after the meeting. If you want more information, give me your name and address and phone number, and I'll get you an application or try to answer your questions.
Are you folks notified when a power outage occurs?
Well, we pretty much know because the officers that are in the field know it right then. Do we give extra patrol to the neighborhood? Is that what you're asking? Depends on how long the outage is going to be and how many officers are available. Now, when we had the tornado blow through a few years back, and River Crest, and right up there off of University and Bailey, they lost power for days. Now, we were out there 24 hours a day because of the power outage. Nobody was there. They all left, and we were there to protect their homes. Okay. Yeah, I got to stop. Bob, thank you.
Thank you, Phil. I forgot to make one more introduction. Our hostess, our pastor, Janet.
Hello, thank you. Welcome to Faith Lutheran Church. Come back anytime on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. We'll have service.
And thanks to Pam Campbell, Judy and St. Clair Newbern, Susan and Ed Weiss for helping at the front. Okay, Zim, you're on.
We're at the end of the agenda? Oh, that's right. I should be used to that. Well, since the last time I visited with you, we've got a new mayor, we've got a new council member. Betsy Price has hit the ground running. In fact, best I can tell, she's going from somewhere before 7 o'clock in the morning till somewhere well after 9 or 10 at night, almost every day right now. What she's doing, though, is she's trying to figure out where she needs to spend her time. So she's taking on almost every invitation that she gets that Beth can put into her schedule. Now, as she goes on down the road here a bit, she's going to start deciding what is really important for her to be at, and that's where my schedule will start to get a lot busier. So but she's doing a good job. And Dennis is on board now. He's District 7, which abuts to me right over here on Camp Bowie. And so both of them are on board now, so we're a full council. The thing the council is up on right now is budget. We've got somewhere between $22 and $30 million worth of shortfall. Right now, the budget workshops have been nothing more than giving us information from each of the departments on what their proposed plans are for the upcoming year and the budget required to do that. And we've got workbooks that tell us the things that would normally be on their tasks that they don't have a budget to do. And those are the things we're going to be looking at, is what are the things that they're cutting out that we don't think ought to be cut out. I will tell you right now from 2 budget experiences that the council is probably going to be lining up looking at between $20 and $50 million worth of $540 million budget. So we're going to be looking at things, and I can assure you libraries will not come up.
Thank you.
But we will be looking at, do we want to change our philosophy and plans on pools? We'll be looking at what I would call the discretionary spending that the city is doing. So those are going to be the kind of things that we're going to be discussing. I will tell you that I've gotten a lot of feedback on the 3% raise for our general employees. And I would tell you that we run a different kind of an issue here than you would in a normal business where the whole business is all suffering together. No disparagement on Phil because he can't afford business cards, but right now the general fund employees have been the only ones that have not been getting a raise. Fire and police have been getting a raise because the citizens of Fort Worth allowed them to go into collective bargaining, meet and confer for the police and collective bargaining for the fire. And in those negotiations that cover a 3-year span, they negotiated for, and the city shook hands on raises. So that's the problem we've got. We've got 2 parts of our government team getting raises and have been getting them, and 1 part that hasn't. So my question there was, is this prudent fiscally? And my answer is yes, I believe it is. 3% doesn't even cover the cost of living over the last 3 years that they have not gotten raises. So I'm fully on board with this. If anybody's wants to talk about that further, I'll be glad to visit with them. Next thing coming down the pike is going to be redistricting. We've got 2 districts, 2 and 7, that are out of balance. My district, for example, is probably 6,000 to 7,000 below what it should be. We've got 1 district that's right on where it should be. We're going to have about 9,500 people in each district if we stay at 8. Right now we're 8 plus 1. We're 8 districts plus the mayor. Now the other option is to go to 10 plus 1. And what that would do is be able to create 2 brand new districts. And those districts would probably, just like the state, would be drawn along ethnic lines. Okay? That's the one thing in the law that we've got to do. We've got to make sure that we get equal representation for our citizens. We can do that with 8. And we have done that with 8. And I would tell you that if you look at our city council versus the one that's to the east, and all the fun that they have, I don't know about you, but I don't care for that kind of fun. Management books will tell you anytime you got more than 7 people around the table trying to make a decision, anytime it goes up by 1, the problem goes up by 2. So add 2 more folks, so you've got a problem, in my opinion. Now, that being said, I just want to take a strong poll. How many of you would like to see us go to 10 districts? So then I'm going to assume the reverse, that everybody wants to stay at 8 if we can make it happen.
Yes.
I can tell you right now, I'm an engineer and I like straight lines. And if you look at the 8 districts right now, there aren't many straight lines. Probably with staying at 8 districts, we're not going to see 8 straight lines again. So